Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your one-stop weekly badminton magazine show. And here is what's coming up today. Chinese Taipei's Li Yang gives us a rare peek into his private life. Let's remind ourselves how unheralded Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino won the coveted Yonex All England Championships.
They've done it!
And the BWF Secretary-General elaborates on the experimental service law.
I think we found something here that is, in our minds, quite fair for everyone.
Come May the 20th, all eyes will be on Thailand, which is hosting the prestigious Total BWF Thomas and Uber Cup 2018. To be held at the magnificent Impact Arena located in the bustling capital Bangkok, 32 teams from 17 member associations will do battle here and earn the right to be crowned the best men's and women's teams in the world.
Thailand and Bangkok are probably the most popular tourist destination in the entire world. I think actually has that title with something like 76 million visitors a year. So it's also quite exciting for badminton to then be in such a popular place. There is a real passion for badminton in Thailand. That's reflected in the fact that they have some amazing players, such as Ratchanok Intanon. So yeah, we're really looking forward to being here.
This is the first time that both the Thomas and Uber Cup are being held in Bangkok.
Hosting one of the World Championships would be great, and then the dream come true sooner than I expected. Badminton is going to grow maybe 2-3 more times. I think in the past we have only one World Championship. I hope they have a few more coming. And economy, I think it will be a good tourist destination. Now we become a sport hub. I think it will be good for Thailand.
The official draw took place at the Arnoma Grand Hotel in Bangkok last week, with officials from the BWF, Badminton Association of Thailand, and sponsors in attendance to witness the proceedings. The qualified teams were seeded based on the world team rankings. 16 men and 16 women's teams were drawn into groups of 4. Top seeds China will begin their campaign in Group A, while defending champions Denmark begin theirs in Group D, which will also feature debutants Algeria. Elsewhere, 13-time winners Indonesia, 2012 runners-up Korea, and the hosts are set to clash in Group B. Group C could also feature some tight finishes with Chinese Taipei, Japan, Germany and Hong Kong. With only the top 2 teams advancing to the knockout stages, Groups B and C could go down to the wire. Over in the Uber Cup, hot contenders Japan are drawn into Group A. The East Asians will be looking to break the stranglehold of 14-time winners China, who are in Group D, along with Indonesia, France and Malaysia. African champions Mauritius are in Group C, with Korea, Denmark and Russia, while the hosts would be feeling confident about qualifying from Group B, which includes Chinese Taipei, Germany and Hong Kong.
สายที่ออกมาก็ถือว่าเป็นไปในทางที่ดีเพราะว่าก็จะมีไทเปเนี่ยที่มีไทจุ้ยหญิงที่เป็นหญิงเดียวใช่ที่มือ1ของโลกที่แกร่งที่สุดแต่ว่าเราก็จะต้องเป็นที่1ของสายให้ได้เพื่อที่จะเข้ารอบ8
So with the formalities done and battle lines drawn, the stage is set for a battle royale among the globe's finest badminton players. Tune in right here in May as Badminton Unlimited brings you all the action from Bangkok. After a proposal from the Badminton Association of Malaysia last year to test out fixed-height serving, to which the BWF membership agreed, the BWF started trialling from the 1st of March 2018. The experimental service law mandates that the whole of the shuttle shall be below 1.15 metres from the surface of the court at the instant of being hit by the server's racket. Testing started at the Yonex German Open, followed by the Yonex All England Open 2018. BWF Secretary-General Thomas Lund explains the reason behind implementing the experimental service law.
I think there's 2 really main considerations here. One is definitely for the players. the other one, I would say, for our technical officials to make both of these two really important groups make their lives easier. I mean, the background for this has been that we, over quite a number of years, have had both player feedback, service judge feedback with our umpires, that it can be quite difficult to judge based on the rules we had before. So we tried to actually simplify the rules with the clear intent to make it more consistent, whether it's a fault or not, make it easier to judge, and thereby also make it more fair for players, that actually what needs to be judged as a fault is faulted, and what doesn't need to be, I mean, it's more clear, so they don't have to risk that, oh, we don't know when we are faulted and so on. So with the rules we've implemented has clearly been to try and mitigate that. They know now what the clear rules are, and there's a fixed service height they need to adhere to, which also makes the lives easier for the service judges to have a more clear line on what is a fault and what is not a fault.
The Badminton World Federation is optimistic that the ongoing testing of the experimental service law is the first step to making service judging simpler and more objective.
I clearly understand what the very tall players are saying here, and that's obviously, it may be that this is a bigger adjustment they need to make to their serve because of this new rule. On the other hand, it can be said that over many years we've said, no, it's fair that the rule changes. Whether you're tall, you actually get an advantage to be able to serve higher. When you're not so tall, you have to serve lower because your lowest rib will change according to your height. We don't change the height of the net, and actually being not so tall, it can make it quite a bit more difficult to serve. So you could argue over many years it has been a disadvantage for the smaller players, and I don't think that's necessarily fair. So I think it's quite interesting. There's been so much social media hype around whether the tallest players have an advantage or should have an advantage, but you could also say, why should the smaller players have a disadvantage? So I think we found something here that is in our minds quite fair for everyone, and we really hope it will make everything more consistent, because that's really what I think makes it better for the players.
After trialling the fixed height service experiment at 2 events so far, the BWF has received positive and informative initial feedback from technical officials. As of now, testing is expected to run until the year end. Whenever Chinese Taipei doubles player Li Yang is not competing overseas, he would be training in Kaohsiung, a 2-hour train ride away from his home in Taipei. Weekends offer rest and time with family. Recently, Badminton Unlimited took our cameras to Taipei and followed Li Yang on one of his rest days.
大家好，我是李阳，今天是我没有训练的日子，然后希望带大家来看看我没有训练的日子都在做些什么。身后是板桥的435艺文特区，然后今天跟我女朋友约好来这边走走逛逛，那大家跟我一起来走吧。 你们现在在排什么？鸡蛋糕啊！鸡蛋糕，刚刚没听过。没听过？对啊，你可以介绍一下吗？这台湾好吃的小吃呢，这个很喜欢，我小时候就很喜欢，超喜欢的。但是小时候才10块、15块一份，现在50块，大涨价，好像很少买了，难得出来一次买一次而已。外面脆脆的，里面软软的，然后吃起来就跟真的像蛋糕吧。这是台湾特色的铜碗吧，踩高跷。嘿，感觉就不会。嘿，妹妹你怎么会的？嘿，不行，我放弃。这边就是我家，我家住在新北市中和区。那我们现在就慢慢走上去，看看我家长什么样子咯。我家里的成员除了有我以外，还有爸爸妈妈及哥哥，还有妹妹。那现在就来带大家介绍一下我家咯。 那这就是我家了，然后为你们介绍一下，因为我以前没有那么喜欢打球啊，爸爸自己本身很喜欢打球，然后常常在小时候带我去打球，然后最后我才喜欢打球，然后他也为了因为我跟妹妹喜欢打球，所以买了一个拉线机，然后到现在为止，他每天都帮我们拉线，然后只要球拍一有断掉，线断掉，他就会帮我们拉线，然后从国小到现在应该有10几年了，都在帮我跟妹妹拉线。然后现在妈妈在煮菜，就让我们进去来帮她好了。然后来去厨房介绍一下我妈妈。好，这就是我妈妈。
大家好，
这是摄影师。
我是李阳的妈妈。
哎，然后我现在要帮她来切蒜。
对，斜切就好，不用怕啊，没有关系。切到那边。
妈可以聊一下，李阳有常常帮你做菜。
李阳因为他也很忙，比较常在国外或者在左营培训，那么偶尔性的他会帮我做菜，然后呢，他帮我洗菜、切菜，然后跟我一起，跟他的妹妹，我们都一起来为这个家庭贡献。
他最喜欢吃的是哪几道菜？
麻油鸡，然后番茄面，还有呢就是菠菜、高丽菜、绿花椰菜，还有什么？想想还有什么？
差不多了。
我好像讲了很多哦。
有。
那么葱又更简单了，
直接切对不对？
对，你就看你的很随性。好，妈妈切的方式是这样，就是把它弄得平整，好，然后切的话，虾子就不用太小块，就大气一点没有关系。
好。
好。
这是你第几次做菜？
这个吗？对。实话吗？
对。
实话，第一次。我妈从来不让我进厨房。
她说会烫到。
我妈真的从小不让我进厨房。
因为有个命理师说李阳会在厨房烫到，我就不让他在厨房帮我任何忙。
他真的不喜欢让我进厨房。
不是他偷懒，是他很勤劳，只是说妈妈比较有一些怪怪的怪癖，
比较迷信，他比较迷信，
比较迷信一点，
所以我就不怎么进厨
他
房。
5岁的时候，他会什么在厨房会烫到，那我就对于这件事情心里很担心。
所以妈妈爱他，不让他进。
哦，一定的啊，因为李阳很乖啊。那除了打球以外，他也是一个很孝顺的小孩，真的，大家有目共睹的哦，对不对？
你要对镜头说是什么？对妈妈镜头说是什么？
什么？妈妈，我爱你吗？
抱一下，抱一下，赶快，加油，加油，加油！
Welcome back. You're watching Badminton Unlimited. Before the break, we spent a leisurely afternoon with Chinese Taipei doubles player Li Yang and received a special invite to his home and kitchen. Let's meet his father and find out more about Li's childhood playing days.
厨房果然不是我的强项，我还是陪爸爸来看影片好了。爸爸，
哎，这是10几年前的往事啊，你回味一下。你看得出来哪一个是你吗？
但是人不怎么动，还蛮可爱啊。哎，有没有？哎，还是小有点能力的啦。蛮可爱的。
你应该忘记对方是谁了哈？
记得
啊？对方
不记得，我只知道自己就很了不起了。
是啊是啊，你这习惯还一直养成啊。一有一个球打得不好的话，你赶快就会自我检讨一下，还不错啊。这样。
当球，蛮可爱的。
对。
这个，
对啊，
这一个哀怨的脸。爸，这礼拜我在左营练球，球拍要断掉啊，你有空可以帮我拉一下吗？
好啊。从小吧，李阳的习惯，我帮他掰这个抓这个线， 包括每次就是从左营回来或是出国，他一定习惯我，也相信我，我帮他抓了线所以也非常依赖我，就这样。我是从25岁才开始接触到羽毛球。那接触到这个羽毛球之后，我觉得还不错的一项运动。那刚开始的时候，我也不想说，逼着他要跟我一样的兴趣。结果他们那小时候他就很喜欢动但是我也不能说你一定要跟爸爸一样。所以那时候他是综合国小，是手球队的那个代表队。但是他们学校很奇怪，就一班里面他只要选择一个，结果那一天当天他就把我今天是2个要选一个手球队，他有点紧张，我就说没关系，你去选，如果选上的话，那你就打手球你如果选不上的话，那没关系，爸爸带你去打羽毛球。结果那一天去选的时候，因为他个子比较小，结果那个手可能因为手球他要手大一点，那结果那个他的另外一个跟他对手的时候，个子比他高一个头。结果他就选上了，那他就有点失落，就会把我没选上。我说没关系我们就直接到那个社区去打羽毛球那就这样子的这种情况之下我们就大家去社区国小去打羽毛球。这一个再先弄一下，很忙好。
好，来大家请用。
OK， 吃饭耶！来。
今天煮的麻油鸡，让大家补一补。
这麻油鸡李阳最喜欢吃。
是啊。
这就是我平常休息的家庭生活。拜拜。
It's been more than a week since the conclusion of the Yonex All England Open. 5 days of incredible badminton that left us mesmerised. We bring you the best action sequences from Arena Birmingham, starting from number 5.
Oh my goodness me!
That's in.
And that's in. Well, that was desperation shot, a full pirouette on a round the back backhand or something. Look at this. Oh, don't believe it. How did they get away with that?
That was a nice control by Matthias Boll. Can he get away with it again? Yes, he did.
Does.
Can you believe that?
Well, that is outrageous. Twice. He almost left the shuttle, plays it far too late and plays the perfect shot.
Attack by Yamaguchi, trying to win it. That's good play.
What a turnaround in that rally with that delightful little net shot. Not only the dive, but she gets up so quickly. That net shot, that little sway the body one way and just play the shuttle safely back to the net. Incredible, what a rally. Fantastic. Amazing rally.
Men's doubles at its absolute best.
Three of the most amazing saves in that point from the defending champion to delight the crowd. How about that?
The incredible rallies weren't the only attention grabbers in Birmingham. The top headline was surely the crowning of new mixed doubles champions, Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino. Unseeded and unheralded, the Japanese duo defied all the odds to become their country's first ever man and woman tandem to clinch top honours at badminton's oldest competition. Their statement of intent began right from day one, when they toppled third seeds Tang Chun-man and Su Ying-sweat in 3 games. A straightforward victory in round 2 meant that the young East Asians found themselves in the last 8 and up against home favourites and reigning European champions Chris and Gabby Adcock. The Japanese were slow coming out of the blocks, but as the match went on, they began to find their rhythm.
そうですね、1ゲーム目は自分たちのレシーブの形が悪くてすごい引いてしまう場面が多かったんですけど、2、3ゲーム目にそれを修正できて攻撃の形に持ってきたのがすごく良かったと思います。
思ってもいないというか、運っていう部分もたくさんありましたけど、最後まで泥臭くできているのが今の結果が出ている証拠かなと思います。
A well-earned victory for Watanabe and Higashino as they blazed into the semi-finals of a major tournament for the first time in their senior careers. Fans inside Arena Birmingham were starting to take notice, but the attention didn't faze them when they took on China's 2-time Olympic champion Zhang Nan and his partner Li Yinhui.
そうなった時に多分お互いですごい話し合ってどっちがどこを待つかとかだったりそういうのをしっかり話し合えてるのが多分逆転につながったのかなと思います。
すごくいい会場ですし、声援もすごく温かいので、本当にこの大会でこのステージに立てるっていうのはすごく誇らしいことですし、そのありがたみを感じて最後まで諦めずにプレーしたいと思います。
Reaching the final was already a milestone for Japan's newest sensations, but they were not resting on their laurels. Against Indonesia Masters champions and the number 5 seeds, Zheng Xuwei and Huang Yachong, Watanabe and Higashino went into the contest as the underdogs once again.
1ゲーム目に自分が引いてしまう場面が多くて
and Wang Yashiong converts.
A game down, the Japanese youngsters regrouped, mixing power and deft placement to complete their fairy tale run at the All England.
It's 1 game all. The error on the return of serve from Wang Yashiong.
2、3ゲーム目に落ち着いて前勝負ができたのがすごい良かったし、そこで前勝負できたことによってユタ君の球がすごい活かせたんじゃないかなって。
They've done it.
その歴史を作ったことはすごい嬉しいんですけど、そこに満足せず、次の大会でも次の来年の全英オープンでも優勝できるように頑張りたいです。
The first ever pair from Japan to win a mixed doubles title at this level of tournament.
もちろん優勝すると思ってました。勝ったらなんとでも言えますから。
That's all that we have time for on this show. Next week, Thai superstar Ratchanok Intanon reflects on a still young and fulfilling career that started with her triple World Junior Championships titles. And a reminder that you can log on to BWFWorldTour.com for all the latest news on the HSBC BWF World Tour. Bye-bye and see you soon.